Hey everyone, I'm sorry, but I'm driving. So, wanted to jump back in because it cut the video off yesterday. But anyhow, so I was talking about me driving when I was a kid. And, as a kid, it's fun, but it's scary, especially when it's dark, when you're little and you can barely see over the steering wheel. But I drove for my grandpa on the farm all the time when we were irrigating, and he would get the truck stuck in the mud. I was always the one that was able to get it unstuck. So, I did learn to drive very, very young, just not from town to town to town, but that's okay. At least got my dad home safe, and that's what mattered to me. And yes, I'm smoking a cancer sick. Sorry, it's bad for me, but my health is horrible, and 2 feet are already buried, and so I just don't think I have much time left, and that's okay with me. I am doing everything I can to enjoy life as much as possible while I'm in pain and not much energy to do anything at all. So, really, the main thing that I wanted people to get out of that, even at young ages, even as adults that can relate if you're in a similar situation where you're kind of put in a spot where you're uncomfortable, and you don't really feel safe, but yet you feel like it's the right thing to do, to be responsible, and help take care of people. And I feel like that's what I have spent my life doing, taking care of people as best I could. And I've made my share of mistakes. I definitely have, but I can guarantee you that my mistakes are not even close to what most of you have heard. And that's what's so funny is my closest friends growing up, that actually knew what was going on in my household, heard all this stuff about me years and years ago, kind of when I was married to my ex-husband, going through divorce, yada yada yada. After that, and I supposedly did this and this and this and this. No, not even close to what actually happened. But it was pretty so far-fetched that it was actually kind of funny. So I don't even worry about it, because those that know me know the truth. Those that know me and still believe things, then that's your problem, not mine. I keep pushing on and doing everything I can to help people on a daily basis, and that's why I love photography, because I get to have the people that have really low self-esteem, or they're just not quite comfortable in their own skin, or they don't see themselves the way that we see them. And I like to be able to help them by showing them the version. When they look at the photos, they're like, hey, after they look several times, this is me, yeah, that's who we see. So I know I kind of got off topic, but I just wanted to let everyone know that it does not matter what type of situation you're in like that. You have always got to find the best possible way to overcome it, and to allow yourself, to be sad when you're sad. Allow yourself to be happy. The emotions that we feel throughout life, those are very important. That's part of why we have emotions. And and that's our brain chemistry. And, you know, unfortunately, some people have a lot of mental health problems due to things that have happened to them in their life. And, you know, I'm one of them. I suffer from PTSD, anxiety, depression, panic disorder, ADHD, OCD, blah, 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 on and on. But, you know, you have to learn to live with it. And I have. Just like I've learned to live with the fact that, you know, I know that I have more health problems than any of you have any idea about. Um, but I'm still going to push myself as hard as I can, which isn't very hard because I can't. I'm not physically able to do things that, you know, I was able to do 6 months ago or, you know, 2 months ago. So everything seems to be going downhill really quick. That's okay, you know. But I just wanted everyone to know that please, 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 you know, look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of how far you have come. No matter what you've been through, the mistakes that you've made, you know, all the things that people have said that are not true. If you know the truth, that's all that matters. God knows, you know, so be happy with that. You know, I've lived a good life. You know, I've had great careers, a lot of education, and I've just pushed through all the bad times the best way I knew how. And they were not always the correct ways, but we don't always know how to handle situations until we're actually put in that situation. So anyhow, I kind of wanted to just jump back in real quick to let all of you know that you are special. You're wonderful. No matter what anyone tells you, no matter what you've been through, you're still a great person, and we all have great qualities. We all make mistakes. You know, we all have been through something in our lives that created some type of trauma, but we make it through. You just have to be strong and keep fighting. So I have to sign off because I have a meeting. So I am trying to pull this big Tahoe in here so I can get in to the meeting. And I'm still not used to the Tahoe because it's so much bigger than my other SUV. Have a great day, and I will post another video tomorrow. See you later.